Hi everyone, it's Tammy with the Frou-frou Studio and welcome back to my channel. I am back from vacation and ready to make some videos. So today I am going to catch up on the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 2. That is a weekly challenge that is being hosted by Amy with Crafty Cat. And she draws 2 prompts on Monday, and you're to make 2 pieces of ephemera using the prompts, and the prompts that she has chose for this particular challenge are opposites. So the last one that I did was hot and cold, and I did these 2 little altered playing cards. I'm doing altered playing cards for mine, but you can do whatever kind of ephemera that you would like to do to use in future journals, or you can do like an art journal, or you can do a painting, or you know, whatever you want to do. But the idea is to use your scraps and to make things that you can use to build up your ephemera stash for future journals. So, because I have been gone on vacation, I am 3 prompts behind, or 3 Mondays behind, which are actually 6 prompts. So, I'm going to try to whip those out real quick and get caught back up. The first week that I missed, she pulled out empty and full. And so I have some stuff here, and we're going to make our 2 little cards. And let's just jump right in and get started. I hope everybody has had a good week. It's Friday when I am doing these, and I am almost, I won't say completely, but almost over my jet lag from the trip. I must say that coming back was a lot worse to recover from than going over. So we lost 6 hours coming back, and so it's been quite challenging to get over that, because I went back to work the next day after we got back, and so I've worked a couple of days, and so I'm glad to be off to continue to recuperate a little bit, but I'm excited to get back into making some videos and get caught back up on everything. Our trip was amazing. We had just the best time. The weather was chilly, but you know, all right. Jacket weather for sure, but nothing freezing cold. And we did have a couple of rainy days, but we got real lucky, because except for the one day that we snuck off on our little train trip to go to Strasbourg, the rain was mostly after we were done for the day. So that was really nice. So yeah, all in all, it went really well, and we had a really good time. Saw lots of stuff. The markets were great. I do have a video on what I found at the markets if you're interested in watching that. Now, my empty is this little mason jar with nothing in it. And I'm just going to put it right here. And I cut this out of like a brown paper bag, so it is be still kind of translucent to give the impression of it being, you know, glass. And it may not glue on with the glue stick, but we're going to try. We may have to do something else there, since it is that paper bag. So what's everyone been up to here in the States while I was gone? Anything exciting happening in the journaling world? The weather is great here. It's a lot warmer here than it was in Germany. We're in the 70s and 80s. So that was nice to come home to. We had a little bit of rain last night and this morning, but nothing too much. Okay. So, and I feel like I may want a little bit of script right there. Do I have a small script stamp here? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But, yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to get caught back up, and my poor shop has one item in it, so I definitely need to get on the move to get something done there. Get some more stuff in there. All right, so there's my empty. That's a little bit crooked. Let's see if I can straighten that up. And then basically I'm going to do the same thing with full, except I'm going to put some flowers in the jar. So it's full, if that makes sense. And this one already had a faux stamp on it, so I don't have to put a stamp on this one. Then here's my little jar with the things. Oh, I need to put this behind first, don't I? Ink that up a little bit. I got these little tags. Oh, one thing I didn't mention in my other video about, you know, what I got at the markets and whatever. I went to an Action store. I don't know how many of you guys follow some of the European YouTubers, Barbara at 49 Dragonflies especially. She gets some stuff at Action, and she had said that it's kind of like our dollar stores, and we just so happened to be going to a market, and there was an Action store like right off the Autobahn, and so the hubby was kind enough to kind of jump off the Autobahn and let me go in the Action. I just wanted to see what it was like. And it is very much like a dollar store. They have a lot of artsy and crafts kind of stuff. It's kind of a mixture between a dollar store and maybe a Tuesday morning, if you guys are familiar with what a Tuesday morning is. It's kind of that kind of store. And so I did get a couple of things there. I got some ribbon there, or like crocheted ribbon, and I also got some these little labels, which I thought were really cute. There's like a pack that has like ovals and squares and hearts, I think, are the other ones. And I also got, what else did I get? Oh, some 3D mounting tape. And just a few little odds and ends that were very inexpensive. there. I don't think I paid $1, €1 for anything that I got. I'm thinking everything was like, you know, 96 or 95 or something like that. So, yeah. And it was fun just to, you know, go in the store so that I am more familiar, you know, when they're talking about going in the action store. I've been there. I know what it's like now. So that's a cool little store that they have over there. Go around all my cards, or the whole card, whatever I'm trying to say. Okay, so there is empty and full. So that's the first two. All right. So, and these will go in my little box, you know, where I'm keeping all my cards so that when I start a new journal, I can flip through and find stuff to use. All right. So the next Monday, she drew Laugh and Cry. This one's going to be kind of weird, guys, because I had a hard time finding anything that I could use for this. And I found these little heads. This one's Laugh, and this one's Cry. But that's all they were, is little heads. And where I got them is out of this. I have this book that I found at a used bookstore. I think it was like $1.99. Yeah, $1.99. And it's 3,800 early advertising cuts. And if you look, it's just black and white photos to use in that were used for advertising. And these are, you know, images that you can use up to so many times, you know, without any kind of copyright infringement. And so I found those two little heads in there, but they, like I said, they were just the heads. So I'm going to try to build kind of something that looks not so creepy, that it's like just a head. So I'm just going to build kind of a background first with some stuff, and then we'll put our heads on there. But yeah, I looked all through books and I just couldn't find anything. So this is going to have to do. It does meet the prompt. It's just going to be weird. That's all. I lost my little blobber paper towel somewhere. The first thing I had to do when I came in here was clean up my desk. I did not realize that I had left it in such a disarray. When I left, so I had to spend some time doing that. All right, so this is what I did. I cut the head, and then I cut out a butterfly, and I'm going to put that behind the head to kind of look like wings and a collar, or a collar. And then I've got this little piece of fabric or lace that I'm going to put up under here just to kind of give the collar, you know, a little bit of lace look. And then I cut out a crown out of the same book, and I'm going to give it a crown. So maybe it just won't look like a floating head. kind of like that is the plan. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, our trip went pretty much without incident. Took us a while to get through security coming back in Frankfurt. They were pretty slow. But other than that, all our flights were on time, and all that kind of good stuff. We did have, when we were coming back to where we live, there was a guy on the plane that was really weird. And we couldn't figure out if he had something wrong with him, or he'd been drinking too much, or what the deal was. But he was being loud and clapping and just all this kind of stuff, you know, kind of through the whole flight. And he was sitting in the exit aisle, you know, the plane where the doors are. And we're like, oh my gosh. So I think about half the plane had an eagle eye on him, so they could take him down if he started acting any more weird than he was already. But he just liked to hear himself talk, I think. I don't know. I don't know what was wrong with him. He was definitely a weirdo. Let's crown our little head. There we go. And then maybe let's put some kind of number or something. Something. I don't know about that. Maybe. Let's try this. And we'll use archival. Just to give another little black element somewhere. That's not black. What else do we want? Maybe some splatters. Yeah. Maybe some down here. Okay. So there is that one, which is laugh. Now, let me ink around it. Oh, I didn't put my tab on there either, did I? Need to do that too. Alright, so there's laugh. Now let's do cry, which is basically about the same, except, of course, the image. Sorry if I seem a little out of sorts. I haven't made a video in so long. About forgot how to do it. Okay, so let's put this on there. Put her head on here. Actually, we can go ahead and glue these down. Might have to use some Fabri-Tac on that lace on this one. It's not wanting to stick. And put his little crown on, or her. That's just silly, isn't it? Put our tab on. Got to see my sister. I think I told you guys we flew into Dulles and spent the night with her before we got on the plane to go to Frankfurt. So it was nice seeing her. I usually only get to see her at Thanksgiving. That was a little extra visit. We stayed at her place on the way back, but they weren't there because they had vacation scheduled and they were nice enough to let us crash there anyway. So that was really nice, splitting the trip up like that, because the flight to Germany is about 8.5 hours, and it's like an hour from here to Dulles. So it was kind of nice to be able to go there and spend the night and refresh before we got on the long flight. And it was definitely nice to recuperate a little bit before we got on the flight to come on home on the way back. So, all right. So that is Laugh and Cry. Okay. So we have Empty and Full and Laugh and Cry. And so the last one is Good and Evil, which is what she did this past Monday. And for that one, I am doing Little Red Riding Hood. And these are images that were in a children's book that I had, and they're going to have to be cut off quite a bit, but that's okay. So I'm going to take just some of this text that's from the actual story and put in the background, because there's not going to be a lot of it to show anyway. Move that up. Actually, I might put this on this. I know it's hard to tell on the camera, I'm sure, but this is a wolf, the wolf that is in the grandma's bed. And he's just really got the eyes and the stuff sticking out. So it's kind of hard to tell, but it was what I could do. I'm going to put that on there, and then I'm going to trim it around. Let's see. If I can find. I think I'll put some more text right here because it says Sneaky Wolf right there. Maybe I'll do it on this side. There, I think that helps because you can see Riding Hood right there, Sneaky Wolf, eyes you have, so you kind of get the gist that it's the story, I hope. Okay, and my tab for this one is this one. That's the green. Okay, and then for this one, we'll use the Once Upon a Time side. Hope I'm on screen. Told you I'm out of practice, guys. If I was off screen, I apologize. Okay, and then we're going to put her on here. And again, I'll trim off the excess. Okay, and my tab is where? I just saw it. Oh, there it is. I think I'll put it on that side. You can see these cards are really easy to make and quick. And you don't have to do a lot to them for them to look really good. And then, you know, once you make your journal and you know what you're doing in your journal, you can always add to them if you wanted. Like add a sentiment, or you could, you know, put a Brad in here or a grommet in here and hang something from that tab, or put a word on that tab. You know, some of the first ones that I did, I was putting little sentiments on the tab. So, you know, you got a lot of choices with these little altered cards. And they look really cute when you put them in a pocket. Alright, so there is Good and Evil. So that quickly, we have gotten caught back up with Amy's challenge. Yay! So I can mark those off my list. So we have empty and full. Empty, full. And then we have laugh and cry. It's our goofy little heads. There's cry and laugh. And then we have good and evil. So there we go. We're all caught back up. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.